What is going on, everybody? Hope all of you are doing well. Hope everyone had a great weekend. This is going to be my movie haul for May 2025. This is a combination of the Blu-ray that I had done an unboxing for from Gruv. I have my thrift store haul as well as another thrift store haul that I decided to just add into this video rather than doing a separate video. So there's a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off, of course, with the one and only Blu-ray that I picked up, and that is This Is Spinal Tap. We have a sequel coming out later this year, which is just absolutely amazing and unexpected. I don't think any of us, were expecting a sequel. I know there was rumors for a potential sequel, but apparently it came full circle and we are getting it. So I wanted to revisit this film. It's just a really fun comedy, has a few recognizable faces. It's been quite a while since I've seen it, so I am looking forward to a rewatch on this one. And Gruv had it for a really good price. Their sale that they were having was like a musical sale, so they had just a wide range of musicals that you can pick up. All right, now we're gonna get into the DVDs since that's what I have the majority of. But yeah, can't speak. That's what I have the majority of. Not trying to double repeat in the same sentence. So the first one here is Get Over It, an early 2000s teen comedy, teen romance comedy with a really great cast. I mean, you have Colin Hanks, Ben Foster, you got Cisco. Um, who else is in this? Kirsten Dunst, Martin Short. Yeah, just a really fun one, and it was part of my childhood. Next is Grandma's Boy, a film that is just absolutely comedy gold. I was about to say gold. It's comedy gold, and unfortunately, is a film that has yet to see the light of day of a Blu-ray release or a 4K release. But yeah, I did not have this in my collection, so I'm very happy to finally have it, and I can't wait to sit down and revisit the film. It's been a while. Picked up the Van Damme film, Hard Target. I grew up with Van Damme. One of my all-time favorites from him is Time Cop, and I want to start getting a lot of his movies. I know a lot are available on Blu-ray, and maybe down the road I will upgrade, a lot of what I'm going to show you guys, as well as building a Van Damme Blu-ray collection. So I am looking forward to this movie. I can't remember if I've seen it or not. Um, from time to time, the Van Damme films, uh, I can forget easily which are which, so I am looking forward to watching that. Picked up So I Married an Axe Murderer. This is I would say, a hidden gem when it comes to Mike Myers. It's a fun one. There's a few scenes that are just very entertaining and very quotable. This, I believe, came out not too long after he did Wayne's World, and he had just ended his run on SNL, I believe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's another one that I need to rewatch. This one, I would say probably a couple out of these I have actually. There's a few that I have not seen. The first one being Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman. It's got a really great cast. I've heard some good things about it, so I wanted to check it out. Another one I heard really good things about is Air America with Robert Downey Jr., Mel Gibson. There's a few other recognizable faces. I'm looking forward to it. I like Mel Gibson, a lot of his earlier stuff like Lethal Weapon, Forever Young, but a lot of his newer stuff, not so much. I mean, there's maybe a few that are worth checking out, but everything else I kind of pass on. Picked up a couple John Cusack films, picked up High Fidelity. Great movie, probably one of my favorites that he's done. It's got Jack Black, um, Lisa Bonet, and I believe they actually ended up doing a TV series, a short-lived TV series with a female lead. I believe it was on Amazon, but it didn't last very long and was canceled. But the movie's fantastic. Highly recommend. Next is Gross Point Blank. I think I've seen bits and pieces of this, maybe on YouTube or TV, but never really watched the film in its entirety. So it's definitely on my list of films to watch. And I like John Cusack, but I feel like a lot of his movies are hit or miss. I would say probably a lot of the 80s, stuff are worth it. I like Hot Tub Time Machine, but yeah, he's an actor I kind of have those hit and misses when it comes to his movies. Picked up Pulp Fiction. It's a classic. Gotta love this movie. Fantastic cast. I mean, it's got everybody you could think of. Even the actor who played Dorian in The Mask is in this. Like, really? Picked up The Rock with Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris, and Sean Connery. I actually saw like more towards the ending of this movie on one of the movie channels and liked what I saw, so I am looking forward to watching this one. There's that ongoing theory that his character is basically James Bond. Um, it's a really interesting one. But speaking of Sean Connery, I picked up Goldfinger. As you guys know, I was going to pass on these, but when I went back to see if there was anything I missed, I decided to go ahead and pick up the um, 007 James Bond films that she had, and I do want to eventually get all of them and review them. It's definitely on my list because I've never seen any of the James Bond movies. I know, so I definitely want to get into that and start doing movie reviews for you guys on those. So yeah, Goldfinger. Then I picked up The Spy Who Loved Me with Roger Moore. The Man with the Golden Gun, another Roger Moore film, and Dr. No with Sean Connery. So, not bad. I know there's the Sean Connery 4K set coming out sometime this year. So, yeah, looking forward to getting these films, watching them, do reviews, and then eventually maybe upgrade to the 4K or the Blu-ray. Next here is Titan AE. I haven't seen this movie in quite a while. Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I did see it on one of the movie channels. I've always been a fan of this movie. Highly underrated. Saw it in theaters. It was like a dollar theater, and they would usually play movies that were just getting close of having their home video release. And Titan AE was one of those. It's a Don Bluth film. If you guys aren't familiar with Don Bluth, he's done a wide range of animated movies. Uh, All Dogs Go to Heaven is probably one of the most common ones, but there's a whole list of stuff. So yeah, um, I'm excited for that one because I've always enjoyed it. The animation's pretty good in it, and it's got a really great cast. Found this really cool Bruce Willis film. It's called Color of Night. It looks like a thriller, drama, romance type of film with a really great cast. Not only do you have Bruce Willis, but you got Brad Dourif, you got Lance Henriksen. I'm sure I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, but yeah, from what I read on the back, it sounds like a really interesting film. So figured I'd give it a shot. Next is Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I had this in the collection at one point, but it wasn't in the best shape. So this one's not too bad, but I do need to resurface it. A lot of these movies need to be resurfaced. So that's the one thing I recommend if you ever go to thrift stores and you find discs that are scratched. I highly recommend that you invest in some type of disc repair machine because it's going to allow you to not pass up on films that you come across because a lot of times you may come across an out of print film that you may have to pass on. So, but nonetheless, I'm excited. I've heard some pretty good things, and I'm sure you won't, you know, it won't be. What's the worst? I can't speak. I am tired. Um, as I was gonna say, you might hear me say that a few times that I'm excited when it comes to these movies. Uh, this was a really cool find. This was the only one I needed for the two movie collection, and that being Heavy Metal. I do have Heavy Metal 2000. I was not aware that this is only available on 4K in the double movie steelbook. I thought I'm 100% sure, and I could be wrong, but I thought Heavy Metal 2000 got a 4K release. What's up with that? Or I have some Mandela effect going on, and it was just the first movie. Because I thought maybe it did, like a individual release, and then went out of print, and now the only way you can get it is the Blu-ray with the 4K of this one. Who knows? But I do want to eventually get the 4K steelbook with this on 4K and Blu-ray, and then the second film on Blu-ray. That's the thing too with the way I collect. If I don't have the movie, I don't want to like sit and wait months and years to eventually be able to get the Blu-ray or 4K. If I can come across the DVD, especially for 75 cents a piece, I'm going to go ahead and do it if I don't have the film. That way I can watch it and everything. And when I do upgrade, I can sell it, actually get my money back and make a profit. So it kind of works out. Even though I had made a video talking about how I was going to change the way I collect, but the more I thought about it after that video, the more I started to realize that I just got to figure out what I want to do, and eventually down the road I can upgrade. Next is Find Me Guilty. This is a film I've been wanting to check out because I've always seen clips online, but it's got Vin Diesel in it. I think he plays like a lawyer. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's pretty interesting and a pretty good film. So yeah, and Vin Diesel looks so weird with hair. Uh, the DVD says it came out in 2006, so I want to say the film came out in 2006. I could be wrong, but I don't know. It's just kind of one of those forgotten Vin Diesel films. Picked up a stand-up special. I will pick up, stand-up specials if it's comedians I like. Um, and this comedian I do like. I do know he has a residence in Vegas, I believe, and he's had a few movies, or maybe one movie back in the day, but it's Carrot Top, this being Rocks Las Vegas. So I am looking forward to watching this one. Um, what's cool about this is that apparently it had somebody's ticket in there to see him back in 2004, January 2nd, 2004, and the ticket price was only $35. Yeah, we know that's gone up in price, so that was a really cool find. Speaking of cool finds, this was also a really cool find as well. I found Pink Floyd's The Wall. This is it's a movie, but I think it's just music throughout, kind of like similar to like Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band, but it's just, you basically got your film going on while music plays over it. I think that's the best way to sum it up. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, it was a really cool find. This is actually the 1999 release. I know this movie had maybe one or two re-releases, but nonetheless, I am so happy to find that. This next one here, I've heard some pretty great things. I wanted to start getting more of Martin Lawrence films added to the collection. I mean, there's still a lot I got to get. There's Brendan Fraser. There's just so many different actors I need to get for. But I've heard nothing but great things. But why I haven't seen it yet is beyond me. But I found Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. Like I said, I've heard some good things about it. I'm pretty excited. So that was a really nice find there. And the last one here was a really cool find. This is an out of print. Um, I don't think it's had a re-release. I know there's a Blu-ray, and I think that may have went out of print too. Um, I'm surprised that a lot of Quentin Tarantino's films, I think almost of Quentin Tarantino's films are available on 4K. There's still some that are not. And Robert Rodriguez, I don't believe has any of his on 4K as of yet. But this one needs a re-release, Blu-ray, 4K Criterion. It doesn't matter, Arrow, but it's the film Four Rooms. I saw this for the first time a couple years ago and really enjoyed it. It's weird in its own way, but it's got a really great cast. I mean, we have the likes of Marissa Tomei, Madonna, Jennifer Beals, Antonio Banderas, Tim Roth, Sammy Davis, um, Lily Taylor. I mean, the list just goes on and on. I mean, there's just so many great people in this film, so it was a really cool find. Excuse me. I took an acid reflux pill. I do tend to have, some bad acid reflux from time to time. Excuse me. So I do apologize on that. At least it's doing it at the end of the video. But there you have it. Those are the pickups that I was able to get within the past few days. It was a combination between like eBay and all the different reward apps that I have been using for the past probably actually since the beginning of this year, give or take. So wish I could say more, but if you've seen any of these movies, let me know what your thoughts are on them. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. And give me your opinion on the James Bond films. Like I said, I've never seen any of them. I've seen bits and pieces here and there from different ones, and it is a franchise that I want to do a franchise review on. So I'm planning on picking all the other ones up. Probably going to start off with like Sean Connery, get the rest of his, then maybe do Timothy Dalton, because I think it only had one movie, maybe one or two, I can't remember exactly. And they just kind of go from there. And then when I do want to eventually get the Blu-ray or 4K set, I can sell the DVDs because I think the James Bond DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, no matter what it is, they still tend to sell pretty well. I think as of right now, the only 4K sets we have are the is it the Daniel Craig, I believe? I don't think Pierce Brosnan's is available yet, but I know Sean Connery's is coming out pretty soon, so I'm excited. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content if you haven't yet. And I'll see you guys next time on Film Talk with Mikey. Till next time, we'll talk films. You guys have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you next time.